Hello, welcome to Todd Miller TV. You probably have seen some recent foreclosure numbers that have come out, notably an article that said that for the 7th month in a row, total foreclosure filings were down, and that this was heralded as great news. The economy is getting better, and the foreclosure crisis is coming to an end. And it's interesting because that was the headline, but then as you read the article, it really tells a different story, and I wanted to go over the numbers and why that's the case. So, 7 straight months, the number of actual homes that have been foreclosed has dropped, and there's a reason for that. And the reason for that was, it was about 9 months ago when the robo-signing and all those lawsuits all hit, so the banks basically backed off. They said, hey, let's back off and not foreclose as much as we are, because let's make sure we're doing everything the right way, make sure our procedures are in order. So I'm going to go through the numbers. Okay, so April in foreclosed, this is nationwide, okay? And the number, another reason you have to be careful with nationwide numbers is they're not always applicable to a hyper-local market like your city or your area. So 70,000 homes foreclosed in April. And that was the 7th straight month where it dropped. And that means actually taken back by the bank or sold to a third party. I mean, it went through the process and it came to something happened. It wasn't canceled, it wasn't postponed, it actually transferred ownership. So you probably say, well, that's not bad, that's the whole country. If you do this out through the year, that's about 1 million, that's about half of what it's been or what it's been projected to be. So, but here are the other numbers you probably don't realize, okay? They only foreclosed on 70,000 houses, but 220,000, that was the number of new filings. So, this is almost 3 times that. So they didn't actually do many new foreclosures, meaning actual foreclosures, but the number of houses that they filed a new action on, it drastically rose. Now here's the real scary number when you look at all this. 90 days late. Now these are just people today that are 90 days late. This doesn't count the people tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, or over the next couple years that are going to be late. Okay, 90-day lates have a very high probability of being foreclosed, because once you get late, you start to get penalties and other fees, and it makes it even more difficult to get back up to speed. That's 3.7 million people are 90 days late on their mortgage. Now, if you do the math, if at this rate, the rate of 70,000 a month, at 3.7 million, it's going to take 52 months, which is over 4 years, to get through the current inventory. That's assuming that this number doesn't change, which we know it's going to, because actually what happens is when people are when the banks stop foreclosing like this, it incentivizes people to stop paying, because they see their neighbor who hasn't made a payment in 2 years. And then they go, well, why should I make my payment? I'm upside down 200,000. I'll just stop paying too, and I'll get to live here for free for 2 years. We see a lot of these people, believe it or not, after 2 years of not making their house payment, they go out and buy a house cash, because they've saved maybe $2,000 or $3,000 a month, and they can buy, get themselves a condo or a small house for 50, 60 grand. So that's what a lot of them are doing. Anyway, those are the numbers. I just wanted to really touch on that, because when you saw the headline, it said foreclosures. 7th straight month that they've dropped. You've got to look deeper into the numbers, see what that really means. What this is a temporary blip, because what the banks have done. What I predict, based on this really, and this, is to see it start to pick up again. I think that they worked through all the government programs, HAMP, HAFA, and all those. They're working through this robo-signing, and it's going to start coming out quite a bit. I would say it's going to pick up here probably throughout the summer, definitely into later this year. We've got years of this left. I mean, it's going to take, how long it's going to take to get through those 3.7 million. Some of those, some of these people will get resolved. Some of them will get back on their payments. They'll be able to do it. Some will get loan mods. Some will find other ways, short sale or something like that. But for the most part, most of these people are going to be in this pool probably. So it's unfortunate, but it's going to take years to get out of it, as the numbers sort of show. Anyway, that was the update for today. Just wanted to keep you up to speed on what's going on and make sure that you have the accurate information. You're not just reading the headlines and not really digging into what they're really saying. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and hope to see you on another episode. Thanks.